I want to spend a minute talking about Toprak.
Yes, okay, let's talk.
Because I highly we've lost over him on the last one.
We did. That's kind of a little harsh to him, I think, because he is unbelievably talented.
So he is, without question, the most talented rider in World Superbike.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably make a decent case. Johnny Ray had a hell of a stretch when he was on the Kawasaki some years ago. And then you can go further back and there's Colin, there's Carl, and there's all these other really, really talented guys. He may be the most talented guy to ever ride in World Superbike in his era, right? Like
he may be like top 5 of all World Superbike riders of all time.
For sure, top 5. I don't think anybody could argue talent-wise that he's less than that.
Yeah.
I am so excited to see him in MotoGP because he brings such a different element to it, right? You watch these crazy slow motion clips of him entering corners, standing on the front wheel with the rear tire 6 inches in the air, all the way into the entrance, and then he still nails the apex, and he still just F's off into the distance.
I just wonder, can he do that on a bike that is so hard to ride with such a terrible front tire?
And I think that's where our hesitancy with him comes from is, cool, you did that on a kind of a flexy, forgiving production bike with Pirellis.
Which is known for their amazing front tires.
The Pirellis are very good, and they're just very communicative tires, I would say. Like you know exactly what's coming before it happens.
Yes, and we run Pirellis. You and I both ran Pirellis for years.
I ran Pirellis for a bunch of years.
Almost too communicative because you and I both upped the pressure on the front tire because it was a little much.
Yeah, they give you a lot, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, they tell you a ton. They tell you everything.
And so I think that makes him a very interesting candidate in GP in 2027.
Right, once the tires. So it's actually, maybe it's really good that he's coming early so he kind of gets a little baptism of fire before he's going to really be measured, right? And you always get to break your first year to kind of...
And that's got to be the reason he's coming next year. That has to be the reason. Because when Honda and the other brands were kind of courting him to be their next GP rider, I was like, that's the most brilliant move they can make, is get him as like on contract, have him ride one more season World Superbike, but have him testing your GP bike like crazy up until, because he can do that as a World Superbike rider. He can test a lot. But then the day GP switches to Pirelli, you bring him over as a full-time rider and off he goes and just let him run. I thought for sure that's what they would do. But that's obviously not what they're doing. They're now putting him in there straight away on the Michelins, and he's going to be right away limited on how much testing he gets to do. He now has to figure out a Michelin tire. And I guess
right before the Michelin tire changes.
So I guess my thought was, why take the thing that he has the unique head start in and kind of throw it away before he actually gets to take advantage of it? That was the part that I thought was like, the timing of this is so confusing. Like, is Toprak the right guy that all these brands should be trying to hire? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But throwing him on it in 2026 seems foolish to me. He's going to have like rewire his brain to figure out this Michelin tire. And then you're going to throw all that knowledge out anyway. It's like, I don't understand it, and maybe I'll be proven completely wrong.
Well, a lot of these situations, I hope I'm wrong. And,
yeah.
Right? Like, I want to see him come in and just, like, shake things up.
Yeah.
And, like, make Marquez sweat.
Oh, I'd
right? That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, think of how great the racing would be.
Oh, yeah. I just
don't see it.
I'm struggling to see it on the Michelins.
Yeah.
And so what was interesting when Moto2 switched to Pirelli last season, 24, you had this brilliant little period in the beginning, the first, call it 5-6 races, where the whole field had kind of no clue how to do a full race on the Pirellis. Like, I don't know if you remember, if you want to go back and watch 2024 Moto2 Qatar, there was some guys that were tearing off at the front that I don't think they finished in the top 10. Because the tires wore out and the field didn't know how to deal with it, and everything was just focus light. I know it was upside down. Yeah. But you saw a couple riders come to the front who had some experience on Pirellis and had tested Pirellis and had an idea of, maybe not on the Moto2 at Qatar, but they understood the tire a bit. And I think that's the ace in his pocket right now. And I feel like he's playing it before the hands even dealt. Like it's like hang tight.
I wonder, I don't have an answer for this, but I wonder if maybe the expectation is don't go out there and challenge for races. Learn how MotoGP works, because how the paddock in MotoGP works is different. It's way more. World Superbike, they say, is like a family. Everybody knows each other. You know, you get a lot of people who were, you know, they raced MotoGP for years. They go to World Superbike to wrap up their career, and they just find it joyful, happy. It's like track days versus club racing, right?
Very much.
And maybe I'm like, for his first year is just figure out how this environment works. Learn the politics, learn the players, learn how to navigate, especially now with the switch from Dorna to Liberty, right? Things are going to be changing.
Yep.
Figure it out first. Next year, we'll pay attention to your performance.
And that's got to be the thought, because that's the only thing that makes any sense. In my mind, I think of a guy like Toprak with the team he's got around him. He's going to make the adjustment to GP one way or another. It just seems like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but the timing seems like, boy, you would have been smarter to just sit tight, do a bunch of testing on the GP bike, help them build the right thing to go race off Pirellis in 27.